at Wednesday, May 20th at 6 p.m. May I have roll call, please?
Sure. Jose Rodriguez,
Present.
Olga Cardoso,
Present.
Celia Garcia, Romeo Robles,
Here.
Trinidad Uchil, Rene Cantu,
Present.
Marco Gonzalez, Danny Smith, Lucio Gaetan,
Here.
Elena Rosa,
Present.
Norma Treviño. Here. We have a quorum.
Great. This time, I'd like to entertain a motion to excuse the absent members.
So move. Second.
Okay. Motion carries.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion carries. We'll go ahead and continue. We have a special public hearing today that we'll go ahead and have Mr. Garza go over the COVID funding.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, before we get started, I'd like to welcome you back. You got reappointed for another 2 years, and thank you for your service that you provide to us and to the community. And we also like to welcome Ms. Olga Cardosa,
Thank you.
just recently added to our board. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I work for PSJ ISD. I'm the new Family and Community Engagement Coordinator. So we provide services. We provide services to over 670 parents, educational program services, as well as personal enrichment and development services.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, thank you again for taking the time from your schedule as well as everyone else and helping our community with much needed funding that we get from the federal government.
Thank you for having me.
As you all know, we're underneath with this COVID virus that's going on. Federal government, HUD, has decided to allot some money to the city of Pharr in the neighborhood of $665,000, $665,558. And with that, we have to go through the process with normal CDBG guidelines on how to implement that money. So in doing that, I'm gonna take this off a little bit. It's like barely breathe. 2A, which is the substantial amendment to program year 2019 COVID-19 CARES Act award. So like I said, the federal government allotted this amount of money for us. We have to go through the process, determine where it goes, what activities are eligible, and how we're gonna implement it. And so I've provided for you a rundown of what we're going to be doing with the monies. If you have it handy, I'll go over it briefly just for the record and for your, see if you have any questions. Amigos del Valle, which will be doing Meals on Wheels for our elderly, we're allotting $50,558. Food Bank of Rio Grande Valley, they're gonna be doing it, providing for the Pharr food pantries, again, providing food for our people or citizens that have been affected adversely by the COVID-19 virus. We've allotted $50,000 as well. And we're implementing 2 programs within the city of Pharr that are going to be managed by our department, Grants Management and Development, which is a Pharr Utility Assistance for water, electricity, and gas for people that have been adversely affected as well. They've lost their jobs or have lost reduction of hours or loss of income. We're going to allot $100,000 for that, and they can apply, and there's a process for that. And so as long as they meet the criteria for CDBG, we're going to assist them as much as we can. The last one is the business relief funds. This is for our community, our business community that, again, has been adversely affected, and they've had to incur unusual expenses due to loss of revenues because of the COVID virus, where they've had to shut down temporarily, yet they still keep their employees, and they're paying their taxes, they're paying payroll, they're paying rent, they're paying utilities, things of that nature. So we're going to try to help them bridge that gap to when this thing started till today to keep them afloat and get them back on track. As long as they meet the eligible criteria, we're going to be assisted. And again, that's another application process, and that will be administered by Mr. Santiago Salinas, CDBG manager. The last 2 right now are presently being administered over or being presented over at the Pharr Event Center. We have a recovery effort going on over there. It's a recovery center for all our citizens that need assistance in the last two, plus other needs as well. It's being manned by the Chamber of Commerce, right? I think Karina Lopez and her team. And so this is part of that package. And it just opened up today, so we're learning as we go. And so this is critical to the success of that recovery center and to our community. So right there's a description of all the purposes of these eligible activities. And we look forward to serving our community with that, with those monies. There is no action needed. Right now, we're doing a public hearing. So if in case anyone signed up, which they didn't, they have an opportunity to present their case for or why not to fund this particular activity. Open up, turn it over to the council. Do y'all have any questions, any ideas, information that you'd like for us to consider? We'd be more than happy to entertain it at this time.
Mr. Rosas, these COVID-19 funds, they're in addition to what they're already getting from the block grant? Because I noticed that both the food bank and Amigos del Valle have received assistance.
Correct. I'm glad you asked that question. This is basically what we're amending our 2019 funding. 2019, they gave us $1.15 million. We've already did it last year. We're getting ready to do 2020 here in a minute. And so we have all that money which is already distributed. Santiago did a really good job of going and looking and talking to all our agencies and saying, hey, who can use this money for COVID-19 purposes exclusively? These monies cannot be used for regular program activities. It's got to be exclusive to COVID-19. And so we were able to determine that Amigos del Valle was more than happy, and the food bank, which was, also in the same position, to be able to utilize these monies for the specific COVID activities that they're going to be serving the customers as well. So, yes, this is in addition to that. Thank you. Okay.
And I saw on Facebook that they've already been promoting the center, all the services as of today. Okay. So
Yes, sir, it's
so
opened
this
up
morning.
today, and I don't know the regular schedule. I'm sure it's running
Yeah, I
pretty
just
much
saw it.
8 to 5, and I think it's going to run at least 6 or 7, maybe 7 days a week.
10 to 7 Monday to Friday and
Thank you.
9 to 1 Saturday.
Oh, yeah, it says here to call for an appointment, to set up an appointment also. So,
Yes,
okay.
excellent. Thank you very much.
Great. Uh-huh. It's
So-
all over Facebook, and we all want to share it too for the residents. So.
Thank you. So with that, we'll just go ahead and go on to item B, okay? If you'd like to read it, sir.
Yes,
2B.
yes, yes, 1 second. Right, yes.
Yeah, amendment
Okay,
in the
good.
city. There we go.
All right. Amendment B,
Yes.
the amendment of city citizens' participation process as per the CARES Act.
Okay. Just to let everyone know, the reason this is on the agenda is because HUD and the federal government have tried to streamline the process as much as possible. We have to go through the regular routine of HUD guidelines and procedures. However, in this particular instance, they're saying the normal 30-day process that we have out there, we have to list this project or these activities for 30 days for citizen participation. They can call in, they can write, they can come in person, they can do whatever, and it normally takes 30 days. But in light of the situation, they want to speed it up, give us the money as quickly as possible, and start spending it on the community. So they're saying, we're going to forego the 30-day requirement, and we're going to shorten it to 5 days. So presently, at the moment, we have started the 5-day period this past Monday through Friday, and then that will complete our requirement that the HUD has for us with regards to the citizens' participation. Okay, so that's, again, it's just a public hearing. It's part of the public hearing, and there is no action needed on that part. Any questions or?
So it's just a formality.
Formality,
Okay.
yes. We just shortened it from 30 days to 5 days.
Okay.
And we're good to go.
Urgent situations, yeah.
Yes. And then, so now we can move on to administrative.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and approve the minutes for November 6th, Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? We'll start with the minutes from the CBG meeting from November 26, 2019. Did everybody get to go over the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the minutes as presented.
Okay.
I second.
Okay. Okay, motion?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll go ahead and approve, I need a motion to approve February 6th, 2020, and March 3rd, 2020's minutes.
I move that we approve the February 6, 2020 minutes as written.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Okay, B, I need a discussion for approval of, okay, one more, sorry. Getting ahead of ourselves. We need to approve the minutes for March 3rd, 2020, our last meeting of the CBDG Council. Do I have a motion to accept those minutes as correct?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chair, to accept the
Motion.
minutes on March the 3rd.
Have a motion, do I have a second? Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries,
Muy bien.
unanimous. Okay. This is,
B.
item B, the discussion and approval of the action plan for the 2020 recommendations.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, committee members, council members, now we're preparing for our next year. It seems like we're working on last year, we're going on to next year, everything runs simultaneously. They've already awarded us $1.1 million, $1,131,388 were allocated to us for the same purpose that we've been doing it for use around the community. We had a reduction of $19,542. Not a lot. It's a formula calculated, so they have a very elaborate way of calculating this amount. And so we're in business, so we're good to go. We received applications from our community, from our nonprofit agencies, and Santiago has carefully reviewed all of these applications. And in light of what the city administration is looking at how we want to distribute these monies, we've come up with a recommendation for y'all to consider. And if you'd like, I'll just briefly go over what we have as far as staff recommendations. Number one, on the administration side, this is a requirement by HUD to not to use more than 20% of whatever they fund us for the purpose of administrative services, which is personnel, supplies, things of that nature. So that number you'll see at the right-hand side of $224,388. So that's basically a given. It's a math calculation based on what they require us to spend. Then on the non-public services, there's a no cap. That's the balance of what we spend on the restricted side. Before I go to that, let me go down to the bottom on the public services. This is basically our nonprofit agencies, the applications that they admit. This is statute. They only allow us to provide 15% to the nonprofit agencies. We cannot, and as a matter of fact, we met with our rep today and we asked him, and he goes, that's just statutory law. It would take an act of Congress, probably literally, to change it. So they allow us to give 15% of what they allowed us, so that's $169,708. And what we did in there, we have what they requested, and then we assess the programs that how they've been doing over the year, as far as the use of the monies, the reporting, the reports to us, are they timely, are doing efficiently, are the monies being used in accordance with what they said they would. And we came up with a recommendation to assist these nonprofit agencies in that regard, from Area Agency on Aging, $5,000, Su Casa Esperanza, 15,000. Amigos del Valle, 40,000. Valley Metro, 60,000. Silver Ribbon, 5,000. Rio Grande Valley Food Bank, 30,000. Children's Advocacy Center, $10,000, for a total of $165,000 for our nonprofit agencies. We figure at the end of the day, Santiago's been doing this for a number of years, and he assessed the situation and he determined this is the best uses of the money. Then, after these two categories that are statutory law as far as how much we can contribute, the balance goes into non-public services. Non-public services are listed there, for example, affordable homes, we're funding them at $200,000. That's for the home reconstruction and rehabilitation. There's a list in the process that we go through it, and so Affordable Homes has been doing this for a number of years and doing an excellent job, and so we monitor them to make sure everything is done well. The Lockbox program, I think this was coming out of retirement, right? Can you give us a little explanation of the Lockbox?
The lockbox, it actually was, our assistant city manager, Analia Alanis, did some research on, similar safety, measures for elderly. And she found, I believe, in, I don't know what county upstate, what they do, Deer Park County. It's gonna be a box that's gonna be located outside, in a location where it's kind of discreet from the public eye. But the police department, fire department, they'll be the ones that will know where that box is located. And inside that box is gonna be a key to the house. But you know, elderly, especially elderly that live by themselves, they have that unfortunate, situations where they may fall, or, they need help for whatever reason, they can't get to the phone. And, a lot of times when that happens, fire department, police department has to break down the door, or break a window, or, damage property. And, this is just it's a new kind of, safety system that's going around right now, becoming more popular, that, avoids those, physical actions, from police department, fire department. They need access. Somebody calls, hey, I haven't heard from my mom in 2 days, can you go check on her? They go in, and instead of knocking the door down, they'll use that key to open it. It's gonna be, we'll post it in our website, so it's gonna be as, like a first come, first served basis. I believe the 4,000 can purchase up to, 50, I believe it is, something like that. I don't have the count in front of me, but they'll come, they'll apply for it, and the CDBG, it would have to meet the income guidelines requirement.
Criteria.
And,
Who will be installing the boxes?
the ones that will be administering these activities, so to say, in a sense, in relation to this question, to answer this question, would be fire department. They'll be the owners of the lockbox.
Just for a point of clarification, the fire department will actually have a key to open the box, so the box won't be open, just hidden
Yes,
away.
exactly.
They have a key to open the box, they take the house key and then open the door.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Kind of like, so for instance, there's an elderly that needs the services, that qualifies for the services, right? And, how do they, I just don't quite understand how this is gonna work, because let's say that they live on the north side of town, how are they gonna get there in a timely manner?
Well, we do have, fire department and, on that side, and my best answer for that would be that I think we have the proper, first responder system in place to where they respond within 3 to 4 minutes to call. I think they have to meet some kind of, time lapse in responding when they, actually, I guess, bid for services, when it comes to EMS, and the fire department as well, the police department, they have to there's a certain time lapse, I don't know what it is, but there is a time lapse where they have to be, certain minutes to be there, time. Like, the chief, police, they always have their men, spread out.
At this juncture, we're just gonna fund it right now, but we're gonna sit down and make sure that we troubleshoot everything and to ensure that they, every, fire station has access to that box. So that's to be determined. I really don't know yet how, but we'll make sure that whether it's a downtown fire department, firehouse or the north side firehouse, they both can equally access that lockbox. So we'll make sure we're okay. And like I said, we'll put this on our Facebook and everything, and, if the individual is elderly and maybe, with a daughter or the son that maybe lives in Dallas or something, or we'll say, hey, they'll help her out with the application. We're there for assistance, so we'll make sure that gets done properly. Okay, so that we don't have a situation where, possibly no one got the key, that kind of thing, so.
Yeah, and it's not the type of, system, like when, they carry like an alarm in on their neck, that if they fall, they push it. It's not like that. It's more geared towards, I haven't heard from my mom in about 2 days. They first, police department, fire department goes over there, they're knocking, nobody's responding. They resort to having to knock down the door. With this, so if they're participating, they would open the door.
Or even, not even 2 days, it could be like, she falls, a lady or a man falls down and she comes in, I can't get up, but she has access to her phone, calls fire
Like a
department.
wellness
They go over there, put the key for it. So it doesn't have to be like 8 days or 100 days.
So, Jimmy, is it income qualified or age qualified?
Well, it's gonna be, it's principally targeting for the elderly. Disabled, Mr. Gaetan, right now, since we, the funding is not there, it's just kind of preliminary, but a good question, if we base it on elderly,
Correct.
then they would be under presumed benefit, and we don't look at income.
Okay, okay,
Which is, I think, where they want to go
sure.
with elderly. But you do have, disabled, handicapped people under 50s or
Mhm.
40s. So we'll be looking at that.
Got it. Thank you, Jimmy.
Question.
One more.
Is there like a time frame for them to fight? Is it like on a yearly basis, or how does it work?
Well, like I told the fire department, they have a year to spend the money. It's like any other activity. So they have 12 months to spend that money. They don't spend that money within 12 months, we do amendments, so we allow service 90 days, up to 90 days with an amendment. So, yeah, they would have 12 months to try to get those lock boxes out. No, yeah.
Okay. The next one is the South Far Wi-Fi Connection Program. Our mayor, Ambrosio Hernandez, underwent started a program where we could assist our South Far community with Wi-Fi services. And he did it, it was started by the IT department. And so we're able to provide Wi-Fi to some people that can't afford it but need access to it, especially nowadays in light of the homeschooling and things of that nature. So we met with the IT department and determined that we can assist them because it serves a purpose. It serves something that HUD's been wanting to do for quite a while now. It's part of their game plan, so to speak, doing the Wi-Fi services. So we're going to be able to assist them with their program over there and with monies from CDBG and allow IT to use the monies that they were paying for other services. So this is a really good program. We're excited about it, and we look to expand that program for more homes in South Far in the near future. Okay, that's $88,000 to date.
What the IT department requested, or how was that?
That's basically, yes, on the breakdown. They provided a breakdown for us. I haven't reviewed it completely because I've been really busy with some other COVID stuff. But we estimated 88,000, and once I get to the number crunching, I'll determine exactly what that is.
I know this has been a project that's been looked at, so do you have any idea of how widespread it is in South Far? Are we covering all the bases, or?
I think it's I don't know.
50 units?
Pardon?
I believe they said it would increase 50 units. The 88 would increase like what, 50 more households.
Yeah. I'm not sure what radius they have, but they keep adding to it. Our IT department is excellent. they keep adding to it, and so I think that eventually, I think it's a physical hookup, and so eventually they'll get to, Wi-Fi to where it's just over the air. But, yeah, and I'm not quite sure what the radius is, but it's, I think they're serving at least 50 homes, and they look to upgrade to another 50 homes. So. The fifth one is demolition program. This is a program that we've been doing for a number of years. This is done by the Development Services Department under Melanie Cano. And basically what it is they, this is to eliminate blight in the community. Old homes, dilapidated businesses, mainly residential homes. And so when the citizen wants to destroy an old house or an old shack that looks ugly and it's been there forever, they can come to us and we can give them a voucher, so to speak, for a waste management bin, those big construction bins. They'll take it over there, they'll get somebody to tear down the house. It's on their cost to tear down their house or shack. And then once that's done, we pay waste management the fee for using the storage bin or those trash bins. Works very well. It's we keep close tabs on it. So we look to fund them again this year for another $50,000. Okay, any questions? The last one is just a standard deal. We have a Section 108 loan agreement with HUD, or the federal government, on an aquatic center that we built over here. And we're paying back, I think it's a 20-year note?
20-year note.
20-year note, and we're on our 8th year. We pay, it's semi-annual, well, not, 8th year, and we allot the normal annual payment of $400,000. So on the non-public side, services, if we add all those up, we come up to $742,000. That, when added with the administration and the public services, comes out to what we were funded of $1,131,388. And that's for this upcoming year, for 2020. So what'll happen now is y'all consider it, and looking at you, if you have any other questions, concerns, say, you know what, give Lockbox $100,000, well, we can consider that. And once we are in a consensus, we'll vote on it, and then from here, we'll take it to City Council for approval. Will advise you that we have this intact, but at the end, the City Council will still have, they have the authority or the discretion to move something around if they need to. Normally, they don't. Normally, they follow our recommendations. But there's always that caveat, so to speak. So anyway, so that's our plan for 2020. We look forward to servicing our community again this next coming year. And I'll open it up to the council for any information or any input or ideas.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that if there's an opportunity maybe to make some adjustments, that because of the situation we're in, the Wi-Fi connection, if we could, if we could extend that a little, and that's why I was asking if IT, is that what they had requested? Because that's what they can do, or, just the thinking behind that, if there's an ability to extend that to more people, then I think that would be a wise investment of this money.
Agreed. Like I said, IT's been really busy with all this other stuff. They provided some information for me. I need a number crunch it. It may wind up being a little bit more or more. If that's the case, then we have the flexibility to adjust it out of affordable homes and bring it to this other line item, and if the need is there, which it probably will be. I think there'll be some adjustments with respect to that, so. But that's okay. Once we take it to City Council, they'll put the stamp of approval, and we're finished.
I just got a question.
Yes, sir.
I do know that on Dicker Road back there, there's a library / community center. I wonder if there's Wi-Fi there. That'd be a great place to put Wi-Fi. Anybody that doesn't have it in their homes, they can just go out there and.
I'm sure they have Wi-Fi.
Yes, there is. There's computer services
Okay,
available.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they
that's a
do.
good, yeah,
So,
that's a good deal there.
so part of the, I'm pretty sure they do. But IT's really good. They have this global kind of overview of the whole area, and they're able to determine, where the need is, and so they're able to say, they concentrate on that, and they go put up the towers and all the connectivity, and then they have a service company that services the internet services over, every day, and then we pay them, and so, yeah, it's coming around pretty good, so.
Okay.
If no other questions,
Any other
then
question? Any other discussions?
On the Wi-Fi, it's gonna be for the community free at all,
yes, yeah, the customer, which is the home, will be able to use it, the students will be able to use it for work,
for work?
for schoolwork
for
or
school,
whatever,
okay.
yeah, it's for free for them.
Uh-huh.
And that's a service that the city of Pharr, it will provide for them.
Yeah, that's
Is
good.
there an eligibility process for this, for each family, or is it by area, or?
Area.
Area?
That would be a low money area benefit.
Okay.
So it's just like the other activities where we require an application to, verify their income. It's about, the type of project qualifies under low money area.
Yeah, sometimes when we're servicing an individual by itself, they have to qualify individually. Like earlier, he said that the elderly, that's a unique unique designation, so they're presumed, so they don't have to meet eligibility or income requirements. In this particular area, it's a low-income area, which is South Pharr, so that automatically, because they're servicing the area, they automatically qualify. So we don't have to go in there and take an application from each household.
Thank you.
No question?
Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Want us to vote on the total package, or?
Yes, do we want to entertain the recommendations from the staff as recommended?
So move.
Do
I move.
you have a motion?
A
Okay.
second.
You have a second? Okay. The second? All right. We have a motion, have a second?
We vote?
Can we vote?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, motion carries. At this time, this brings us to the,
Yes, I don't think we have any new business or anything else to discuss at this moment.
Okay.
We're free to adjourn at the moment,
Okay.
at this time.
I just want to take this moment to thank everybody, the board members, for your time. You know, these are difficult times, unprecedented times, so also want to commend the staff and also want to, say sorry for, we had our secretary lose your father earlier in the year, so I'm sorry about that. And just, let's all be safe and great work, everybody. We have a lot of work to do for our community, so let's stay strong.
Thank you. Thank you.
This meeting is adjourned at 6:33 PM.
I move that we adjourn.
Move.
Second.
Oh, no.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.